How far could politics blind people to the extent that they could lose their jobs because of their political bias? It seems like our video here presents somebody who is very strict when it comes to politics. You are about to see something very strange and might be provoking to a lot of people. Today's story is about Trump supporter hands liberal cashier $20, cops called when he sees what's on back. But before we start, be sure to subscribe to Did You Know? And hit the bell so you never miss an upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. David Hill is one of the people who support President Trump. One day, he posted on social media his encounter with a very strange cashier. He explained how it all started. He went out with his friends to a Texan restaurant, but he did not mention the name of the restaurant. But it was a local one where he can have some quality time with his friends and have dinner together. Their outing was going great, and they shared many conversations and laughs until it was high time David paid the bill. The problems all started at that moment. Can you guess or assume why? Hill said that the $20 bill that he paid to the cashier had some words written on it which were "Trump lives here." Those words provoked the cashier, who was a liberal, and it made him extremely angry and uncomfortable with taking the money. The cashier told him that he could not take the money because of the words which were written on it, and it had made the dollar bill invalid and defaced. Hill was shocked and could not believe what the cashier told him. He was confused with how stubborn the cashier was that he even wanted another type of payment. Hill did not know why an employee would be so rude to his customers when his only job was to respect the clients and not use a political discourse at work. Hill got angry with the cashier, and he also insisted to give the $20 bill that he refused. The cashier told him to go to the ATM and get more money, otherwise he could not accept that one. Wow, surprising, isn't it? But Hill did not give up and insisted that the money was valid and he would not pay in any other way. Therefore, the cashier threatened Hill that he would call the cops, but it was totally fine with Hill. When the cops arrived, they asked what happened. The cashier replied quickly that Hill gave him an invalid currency and he would not accept it. Then the cop took a look at the dollar bill and told him, "Son, there are millions of bills with writing on them, and it is valid currency, so kindly take it and give the gentleman his change." But do you think it was all over? On the contrary, things got worse. The cashier insisted that he would not take the money even when the cop told him to. Moreover, he stated his reasons and said that he hated Trump and seeing his name on anything disgusted him because he did not consider him his president. But of course, that was not an excuse at all to act in such a vulgar way to his customers because of his political views. He had to differentiate between the right time to discuss politics and the wrong time that politics should never be spoken about, especially because he was a cashier and he had to practice how to control his emotions, and views would be tested a lot in this type of job that made him interact with different people. Later on, the cop made a deal with the cashier either to take the money or to give Hill the dinner he had for free since he refused to take the payment. To their surprise, the cashier found it much easier to give Hill the dinner for free rather than accept that dollar bill, which was against his political and liberal views. Then, the cop dismissed Hill since the cashier insisted on not taking the money. Then the officer returned back to him and told him that everyone would come running to the restaurant when they hear that you could give them free dinner instead of taking their dollar bills that have some kind of writing that did not appeal to them. He also added that his boss at work would not like to know that his cashier was refusing money because of his liberal beliefs, so he might fire him. The cop was sticking to U.S. Code 18, U.S. Code 333, which said that the money would be illegal if it was defaced completely to the extent that it could not be used. However, Hill's dollar bill was usable. Now, it's your turn to tell us your opinion about that story. Do you think it's okay to use a political discourse at work, even if you know that it would cause you a lot of problems? What would you do if you were the cashier?